This is my top bar hive, and I don't go in it too often. It's it's just a novelty for me. I don't care for them as far as, I mean, each hive has its particular purpose, and a lot of people like to call these the natural way. They're not natural. You're still putting bees in a box. What they claim, I think the claim on that is because they build their own comb, and that's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with a top bar hive. I don't care for them. There's a lot of reasons why. In the summer in Louisiana, they're tough to manage. When you open them up, the wax is hanging on the top bars. That's what they are, and you'll see when I open it, they're bars. And if you twist it or turn it a certain way in this Louisiana heat in July, man, that comb will break right off, and I have made a mess. And this is just like a fun hive to build. The one thing about them is they are cheap. They're very cheap to build. I built this out of scrap. They're easy, and they are fun. I mean, they're fun. Anything with bees seems to be fun, just watching them grow and watching them develop. So they're a fun hive. But as far as for production honey, what I don't like is, so you want to get honey out, and the flow is coming now, and right now it's on. It's getting ready to hit hard here, the tallow. So I go in and they build all this comb, and I cut this comb off. Well, there's no flow in July after this. There's a small goldenrod flow. It's not enough for them to build. So you basically take their honey, they're not going to be able to replenish. Now you can leave honey in there, make sure you leave enough, but they got to rebuild all their honeycomb in the spring. I don't know, for honey production, it's not the way to go. I got it just for fun. I set swarm lure in it, and sure enough, we caught a swarm. It was a late swarm. But this hive went in 12 days, I'm sorry, 14 days, built 12 bars. Well, really 11 and a half, but still, it was amazing. So I'm gonna go through it. I've checked it once before and had to add some space. And now I wanna go through it and show you what it is. And again, I'm not against them. I just don't, it's a fun hive for me. I'm not good at it. Every hive has its own purpose. But for me, a top bar is just for fun. To each his own. I don't bash them. And I don't recommend beginners down here in South Louisiana to do them. That's what people want to do. They say they're good beginner hives, but I don't think so. You'll tear some stuff up, and they're hard to keep the comb straight, and then the comb gets crazy. It's just it can be a mess. So I don't recommend it as a beginner hive, but they're fun. And that's what we're gonna do, is take a look at it. Look at those bees, they're all in here. See if I can turn this around so I can see what we're looking at here. But they are, I don't know if we can see in there or not. Those bees have come out the sides. This is a booming hive. So my goal with this hive is to possibly split it off later down the road, and use this queen and her genetics. I'm gonna give them a little bit of smoke, because I might start from this end. Ooh. Let's give them some smoke in the front. I'll tell you, this is not a how-to, how it's supposed to be done. I'm telling you how I've done it, what's worked for me. And there's many ways to do things. A few absolutes in beekeeping, and the rest are preferences. Get some smoke down in there. These are divider boards. Oh, there's ants. These divider boards, these are all the top bars. I'll pull them out. And these divider boards, you put them where you want them, and you expand the hive with the divider boards as you go. These are just, so if I had it here, I don't have these bars active. But these bees grew so fast. Let's see what we got. Nothing here. So this is a top bar. I've got a wedge on it. You can see that. And see the old comb, and they build along this wedge. There's still space. Sticky with propolis. Alright, see. Here's some fresh comb. Ooh. So you gotta watch where they stick it together. You'll tear stuff up. Now this is fresh. This is honeycomb. And see, this is what I don't like to do. I'm looking at my camera. I don't like to, see, it's heavy. It's full of nectar, so it's heavy. And it's very fresh, so it's soft. So it's, what, almost 80 degrees this morning already. It's only like 9:30. This is heavy. And it'll break off. If I turn this, it'll break off. It's very, very, see, but it's full of nectar. I don't know if the camera's gonna see it or not. It's beautiful. But now if I take that, when they cap it and I take that, they've got to remake it. And that's no problem. I mean, they know what to do, but then I don't leave them anything for winter. I can leave the little bit that's over the top of the brood for winter, but will that be enough? And if it's not enough, then you're in trouble. You can't just go get a frame of honey out of another hive and stick it in here. Now, if you have several top bars, you can do that. So that'll work. Again, I'm not a top bar guy, but they're fun. We got a viewing window back here so people can walk up behind it and look, see the bees. Yeah, it's starting to really stick the honeycomb together. This one's heavy. This one's full of honey. I'm gonna lift it up and put it back. That's got brood in it too. I can't flip this. Oh yeah. So guess what I'm saying is, they build brood comb all the way out to the end with honey. If I take that one last honeycomb on the end, that's a good hunk of honey to take from them. So that's why, I don't know, I don't take honey from here. But at the same time, that could cause them to swarm since our flow is here and they're almost full. So management practices are a little bit different with these as well. Now we're getting into comb that's hooked together. This is where, for the beginner, I think it's tough, because if you destroy this comb and it falls down in here, that honey goes everywhere. It's a mess, and I've had that happen, and the hive ends up absconding. They leave. They went on a tree right out front there. I caught them, but yeah, they're doing pretty good. And the way they build comb, once it starts getting out of whack down here a little bit, the further you go, the worse it gets. Just like anything else you measure down the line, it gets worse. I'm gonna be real gentle. I'm looking for the queen. They're calm. They're such a calm hive. These are good genetics. Just a really beautiful thing they do. And you don't always see beautiful brood patterns in these because they're when they start filling back with nectar, but she had a good pattern when they first moved in, but they're backfilling everything with nectar now, so she's getting spotty because of the nectar in the way, which means there's not enough space. Fresh larvae. I don't know. I can't tell this old camera. There's larvae in here. That's the brood and the honey at the top. You got honey across the top, of course, brood. There's larvae mixed in there. We'll see what this looks like once we're looking at it at night. Now in July, I wouldn't hang this out like this. It'd probably fall. I mean, it's wax, so. Okay. All larvae, pollen. Yeah, we missed her. She's probably on another frame. This is a good pollen frame. Let's see if we can see the pollen in there. You can see the different colors. That's where they put the pollen. Once you get to the pollen, you know you're at the edge of the brood nest. Then they build strict. Oh, there she is. There's the queen right there. Oh, that was her or not. All right, that's it. That's what there is to the top bar. It's pretty neat, easy to build. Now I've got to sit and think of how do I want to prevent them from swarming if I can. I could take the queen, find her, put her in another hive, shake them out, shake enough bees out, brush them off, or whatever. I couldn't shake these in the heat. Put them in a small 5-frame nuke. That'd do a brood break, what they call a brood break. There wouldn't be any brood being laid. But they'd backfill that with honey. See, so dealing with these is totally different than how I would deal with a stand-up Langstroth hive. But it's fun. It's fun to learn. Hopefully they don't swarm. If they do, hopefully I catch them. If not, hopefully they make a new queen. And they don't go into winter wheat. And they shouldn't. It's all about whether they make a new queen. But anyway, I just wanted to show y'all my little top bar hive. Showed a picture on the Facebook page of those guys bearding on the front, but I wanted to show you the hive. Again, it's not a how-to video, it's just my experiences and what I've run through. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time, y'all have a blessed day.